The upcoming games on the way continue to push visuals closer to film-level storytelling. Developers are crafting realistic characters, detailed environments, and well-directed scenes. Here's a look at upcoming cinematic games with their jaw-dropping visuals. Let's dive right into it. Metal Eden is a sci-fi first-person shooter centered on a high-risk mission involving a hyper-unit named Aska sent to recover human cores from Oebius, an orbital city that has become a lethal environment. The setting presents a harsh cybernetic atmosphere shaped by artificial structures, machine-controlled forces, and hidden secrets tied to the fate of its trapped citizens.
Deep down in the depths of Vulcan, you must retrieve the Architect's core.
They will send everything they have to stop us.
You know I would never want to see you hurt. But the path we walk demands the extreme.
I remember you.
Run away.
Divinity is a role-playing game from Larian Studios. It returns to the studio's fantasy universe with a dark fantasy atmosphere. It is set within the studio's fantasy universe and carries a dark fantasy atmosphere. The game includes both single-player and cooperative multiplayer options. It is being developed using a new game engine and is planned to be released through early access.
Find every last member of the Yotei 6.
Ghost of Yotei is a samurai action game centered on Atsu and her pursuit of revenge after the loss of her family. The story looks ahead to a harsh historical setting, shaped by conflict, violence, and personal loss. Its atmosphere is grounded and serious, drawing from classic samurai cinema and stark natural landscapes. Visuals and presentation point toward a restrained, cinematic style that supports a somber and reflective mood.
I found something new to live for.
Menace is a turn-based tactical RPG about leading a strike force against an alien threat in a distant system. The game looks ahead to conflict across hostile locations as human factions and unknown forces collide. A serious science fiction atmosphere defines the setting, marked by uncertainty, pressure, and the presence of a growing danger.
Eyes on! Hostile! Fire mission underway. Bring in more!
Can you describe the sound in the recording?
Project Spectrum is an asymmetrical shooter built around human players moving through corrupted locations while a player-controlled creature stalks them, establishing a tense and unsettling atmosphere. The setting features ghostly influence, derelict spaces, and unexplained threats that define how matches unfold. The mood remains creepy and uneasy, with constant danger and uncertainty present throughout.
Strong wind. What the hell happened here?
We got company!
else can birth beasts and bury truths. What do you think? What if you are the beast?
The beast?
The way it was before the Empire shut it down.
Star Wars Galactic Racer takes place in the lawless Outer Rim, during a time when the galaxy is rebuilding after the fall of the Empire, where an underground racing circuit called the Galactic League draws pilots into dangerous, high-stakes competition backed by powerful syndicates, creating a tense and gritty racing game atmosphere shaped by speed, risk, and survival.
The galaxy needs racing!
The hideout is on fire.
The Godslayer takes place in an Eastern-inspired steampunk metropolis ruled by gods known as Celestials, where divine control shapes daily life and social order. Classified as an action RPG, it portrays a tense and oppressive atmosphere marked by steam-powered progress, deep class divides, and fear of godly authority. At its center is an Elemancer who refuses submission and stands against the Celestials with the intent to overthrow their rule.
Do anything rash.
Easy for you to say. Now, how do I get past all the soldiers?
What happened?
And he tells me not to do anything rash.
Mind your business. Damn it!
What? There you go.
Damn! Stop right there! Where did he go? It's you! He's not there!
Whoa, too many.
Stop! There he is! Nowhere to run down! Don't move! Have a taste of my ass! out! Put it out!
Cool off, you lot! Gonna be cold.
What's going on here?
Here we are.
Fodder, fools, humans. Which is next?
That must be Master.
Head for the signal.
Resonance, a Plague Tale legacy, introduces an action and adventure game with an original story that takes place before the earlier A Plague Tale titles. The story involves Sophia traveling to Minotaur's Island while facing deadly foes, ancient secrets, and a mythical presence linked to a spreading curse, creating a tense and ominous atmosphere shaped by myth and danger.
Lies shattered.
Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 4 is an action strategy game in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, depicting large-scale conflict between multiple factions across relentless battlefields. The atmosphere is grim and brutal, shaped by constant warfare and command-driven clashes rooted in real-time strategy traditions.
In ruin. Orc warlords infest the surface. Mechanicus priests pursue knowledge long forgotten. Ancient horrors awaken, claiming dominion over all. And something still stirs below. Buried deep, lost for eons, and never meant to return. We stand defiant. Cronus must not fall. And we are not alone. Is untold. Only one thing is certain. War has returned to Cronus.
Marathon is a PvPvE survival extraction first-person shooter that takes place in the dark sci-fi colony of Tau Ceti 4, where biocybernetic runners scavenge a lost settlement marked by danger and rivalry. The atmosphere is tense and bleak, shaped by abandoned structures and the lingering mystery of a vanished expedition.
Death. The end of all things. But the dream is not over. My dream. Yours. Now. Run.
Black Myth Zhong is a single-player action RPG from Game Science, built around the Chinese folklore figure Zhong, an evil-dispelling judge known for hunting ghosts and demons. The game looks ahead to a darker, exorcism-driven take on Chinese mythology, drawing on themes of death, spirits, and hellish landscapes shown in its teaser announcement.
As we keep that mountain in our heart. Hey.
No scolding, no flogging, life spared. Why risk going back? This place, we've got food on our table and...
The Cube Save Us takes place after a global catastrophe as a free-to-play, massively multiplayer extraction action game where a colossal cube draws survivors into ever-shifting spaces filled with strange landscapes and terrifying enemies. In a harsh, post-apocalyptic atmosphere, survival means enduring brutal close-quarters combat and attempting to leave the cube while twisted mutants and former allies stand in the way. World of Warcraft Midnight is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game expansion that takes place in and around Quel'Thalas. With a dark and tense atmosphere shaped by rising conflict between the forces of light and void as events tied to Azeroth move forward within a broader, continuing storyline.
The void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath. Little elves. I can see you grow weary. How much longer can you hold out? Flee and save yourselves.
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you. You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through... I know that I am unworthy. I don't know if I deserve your help, but I know my people do. Please give them strength.
I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light. Without your aid, we will perish. I beg you, help us.
Not while we draw breath.
Cinder City is a tactical shooter that takes place in a sci-fi, post-apocalyptic Seoul. The game portrays players as futuristic knights operating within a devastated South Korean capital during a period of collapse. A personal search for a missing daughter runs alongside ongoing conflict across the city. The atmosphere is bleak and futuristic, shaped by ruined urban spaces and advanced technology. Assassin's Creed Shadows is an action-adventure role-playing game set in feudal Japan during a time of chaos where the story involves a shinobi assassin and a legendary samurai existing within the same conflict, creating a setting defined by violence, tension, and shifting power.
Unser Land. Unsere Bräuche. Meine Familie. Brennt. Im Namen der Vereinigung.
Du bist noch immer ein Frosch im Brunnen, der nichts von der See weiß. Die Meere sind voll mit neuen Schiffen, doch sie kommen alle aus denselben Gründen. Gier. Macht. Und Rache.
Und ihr? Werdet ihr ihnen folgen? Oder einen anderen Pfad wählen, jenseits von all dem?
Dann lass ihn uns suchen. Gemeinsam. Wir müssen lernen zu vertrauen. Wieder aufzubauen.
Und dem Schwert folgen.
Ich fragte, wem dient ihr?
Wir sind die Schatten.
Die dem Licht dienen.
Aniimo is a free-to-play action-adventure RPG set across the continent of Ido, with a bright and varied atmosphere that shifts between natural spaces and a sky-floating metropolis. It looks ahead to a connected land where Aniimo and Pathfinders exist side by side, presenting a setting built around movement, encounters, and a sense of scale rather than detail.
A Pacific submarine station has gone dark. Last report suggests miners dug too deep and may have uncovered something they weren't meant to find.
Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abysses is an adventure game about an occult investigator responding to a mining station in the Pacific Abyss that has gone silent amid strange and disturbing events. The atmosphere remains dark and oppressive, shaped by psychological horror and a growing sense of unease tied to unknown forces hidden in the depths.
Welcome to Pit Station, Noah.
What the hell happened here?
Bringing me to where you are.
What the... This is strange. It doesn't feel right.
We have seen a shadow that will one day seek an end to the very essence of our existence.
Destiny Rising is a free-to-play multiplayer action role-playing shooter viewed from first or third person, placed in an alternate timeline before the original Destiny. It takes place during humanity's recovery from a second dark age, where revived lightbearers work toward restoring civilization while alien threats remain present. The atmosphere is science fiction with a somber, post-collapse mood mixed with cautious hope as survivors gather and rebuild.
In Providence, there is possibility. Sharpen your blades and unite. For this shade will not rest until all hope is devoured.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is an action shooter that looks ahead to a future shaped by large-scale conflict and covert operations. The story involves psychological warfare and a secret mission led by an elite team during a time of rising global chaos. The atmosphere is tense and violent, with a serious mood tied to both worldwide unrest and personal consequences. Forest Reigns is an action FPS in post-apocalyptic Paris overrun by an evolving forest and deadly creatures. The game will portray survival within a city reshaped by nature, with a tense and hostile atmosphere driven by an unpredictable and dangerous wilderness.
In a city overtaken by the forests, it will set traps on your way, and the environment will react to your actions. It becomes even more dangerous at night. Also, some areas require special equipment. In the game design, we focus on playthrough variability and the player's freedom of choice. In this video, we'll demonstrate this using one of the in-game missions about two factions' conflict as an example. We'll help the Citizens faction, which is focused on mutual help and cooperation, fight NQA, a bandit-like faction of mercenaries who go against them and have captured their scout leader Remy. Let's see different scenarios of how the mission could be accomplished. The first option is a direct assault together with a squad. Here, the best weapons are those upgraded for combat: switch scopes, extended barrels, and faster reload speed. You might use the Citizen Squad for backup, but keep in mind losing members affects your relationship with the faction. Shoot the roots to trigger the forest aggression, and use them as a cover. The enemy was hiding behind the root cover, so we fired up an exploding blister to force them out. The path is blocked by blade grass, cutting anything that moves. A tourniquet helps. That's why we attack from the flank. This helps us eliminate several enemies. You can't peek from cover. However, a bullet-reflecting bush can help you hit nearby targets. After eliminating the last enemies inside, you finally get the key to Remy's prison. Stealth is an alternative way to complete the mission. The night is the best time for this. A suppressor, a 4x scope, and recoil reduction. That's a good set to silently take out your enemies. At night, everything changes. The creatures become active, and the scouts have returned to base, so you can't rely on their help. The NQA has also closed the gates, but with challenges, new opportunities arise too. While exploring the street, you spot a way over the fence, but you can't simply jump there. Let's see how this rattlefern can help. You also can harvest a special nature-infused grenade from it, but after that, it grabs you and lifts you up, but if you hesitate, it'll explode. Voila! You use the plant as a springboard to the wall. The grass that blocked the passage before now helps you take down the guard unnoticed. And your rattlefern grenade lets you silently eliminate targets from a distance. Open the gate to distract the hostile faction, and let the hungry boars in. They will keep the enemies busy for a while. Trigger rattlefern to activate the trap and keep control over the ground floor. The first one is gone. And the second is gone too. You're free to navigate the streets and admire the architecture, climb into apartments to see their luxurious interiors, discover charming hidden yards without tourists, and experience the city from every angle, uncovering its backstory along the way. Exploration can be rewarding to open up new possibilities for you. A gas mask. You'll need it as soon as you enter the underground tunnel filled with toxic pollen. That tunnel leads to the NQA building's basement. Except for the hazardous pollen, packs of rats may become a serious problem in limited spaces. Additionally, shooting in the pollen-filled spaces will damage your weapons. Use a ventilation system to release the pollen right onto the enemy heads, neutralizing them. Pollen disorients unprotected enemies, causing intoxication and altering consciousness. Kill or spare them, but remember, every choice shapes your path in the game. Now clear the area. The key is right there. Grab it and free Ring. Forest Trains is all about the player's freedom. Will you choose one of these 3 approaches? Or come up with your own unique style? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your feedback. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, and wishlist Forest Trains on Steam to keep track of all the game updates. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Game of Thrones' War for Westeros is a strategy game placed in Westeros where rival powers clash for control of the Seven Kingdoms. Players command the Great Houses during large conflicts marked by shifting alliances and betrayal as authority changes hands. The atmosphere is harsh and tense, shaped by political struggle, open warfare, and the fight for the Iron Throne.
This is your legacy. You decide who wins and who dies. Lessaria Fantasy Kingdom Sim is a real-time strategy game about building and guiding a magical kingdom through indirect influence over its heroes. The game looks ahead to a fantasy setting where the land grows and characters act on their own within a calm, storybook-like atmosphere.
Has come the Dragon of Death. Now, awake. And you, my noble champions, are the only hope of peace and order in our lands. So let's stand together for the crown, for the people, for the future! For the children. And the money! Let's skip the bedtime story now. Your Majesty. What's the pay?
Yeah, right. And let's not forget it's a dragon. Big teeth, big fire, big problem.
And how about all the charms, wards, resurrection feasts? Well, none of it's free. What you gonna do?
And by the way, the price of holy water these days. Woof.
Oh, yes. Enough! What are you all babbling about? I am your king, and this is an order! An order! Did you hear
Oh, it's my armor! And what information then?
Such a commanding voice. It gave me goosebumps. Look.
You and me, brother.
Surely you remember the rules, Your Majesty. You can't just order heroes. You must request and compensate.
RTS my ass. You're damn right, brother. That's how we roll here. To Lessaria! To Lessaria!
Well, welcome to Lessaria, Your Majesty.
RTS with indirect control is finally back. You play as a king, building, fighting, and hiring heroes you cannot command directly. The old classic, now with fresh ideas and new adventures. Lessaria awaits you, Your Majesty.
Raji Kaliyuga is an action-adventure RPG rooted in mythology, unfolding 6 years after a great war as gods and mortals blur and prophecy turns violent. Raji, a warrior of faith, and Darsh, a dreamwalker, stand against Mahabalasura as heaven's gates are torn open and Kaliyuga spreads across the realms. The atmosphere is mythic and somber, shaped by divine forces, cosmic conflict, and an age-threatening struggle. Sea of Remnants is a visually rich ocean adventure RPG that introduces a puppet folk sailor searching for lost memories while moving through strange seas and the pirate city of Orbtopia, creating a mysterious and slightly surreal atmosphere shaped by the unknown and the passage of time.
Get a ship. Then it hit me all so clear. No old man just got a ship. Memories go, memories stay, chasing the sound of the waves. It always sways, it always strays, standing on the beach all day. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You survived the Dragon's Triangle.
Tomb Raider Catalyst is an action-adventure that takes place in northern India years after a mythical cataclysm exposed ancient ruins and awakened powerful forces. The story looks ahead to Lara Croft, navigating the region as rival treasure hunters seek to exploit what has been uncovered, forcing her to decide who can be trusted while working to secure an ancient secret and stop a wider catastrophe.
That's where you're wrong. I'm just getting started.